Hello everyone, Yanni Plays here, and today I am tired of the cows behind me. I'm tired of feeding them and making sure that I'm not killing off the babies, making sure I'm not killing off too many, collecting everything, and then if I want to actually eat the steak, I even have to cook them. So how about we are going to fix that in this quick tutorial here. So let's go ahead and build this farm. I decided to go and build this farm over here, and already went ahead and excavated a little hole. Now the hole that I have here is a 7x6, even though 6x6 will be plenty, but it just gives me a little bit more room to work around everything. Now the hole is 4 blocks deep, but as you can see, I already dug a 5 wide trench out here. And then in this direction it is a 5 again, but this time it is 2 wide. Now in here is all the material that you are going to need. You're going to need 4 hoppers, a little bit of redstone, some droppers and some observers. This one here are actually 5 droppers and 2 dispensers, 2 note blocks, 1 fence, a repeater and a comparator, and then some water and lava. In addition to that, you're going to need just some kind of building blocks. It doesn't really matter what it is because everything is going to be underground, so you're not going to see it. Now the first thing that we're going to build is our dropper elevator. For that, we're going into the left corner where the 1 trench and the 2 trench are coming together, and we are going to place our 5 droppers so that we are level with the surrounding area. Now we're grabbing our hoppers and we are running them in the single trench, and we're placing all 4 of them in here. On the 2 hoppers all the way to the right, you can place your trapdoors down. Now let's finish wiring up our item elevator. For that, we're standing on a hopper that is right next to the droppers, and we're looking down the 2 wide trench. First, we're placing a building block. Then we place a comparator. Then another building block. Redstone behind it, building block. Then we turn around and face our dropper stack again. We're placing a repeater on the first tick, then a redstone dust. Then we're grabbing our observers and we are having one of them facing into the redstone that we just placed, so the face is looking at the redstone dust, and then one that is looking down onto the redstone so that the red dot is on top. On top of this one, we put a note block, an observer, a note block. Now, each of the note blocks, we are having 1 observer looking into the note block. And we're using a total of 2. So now let's build our actual farm. Around our trapdoors, we are building U-shape. Next, we are going to place our first dispenser here, and then the rest we are filling with building blocks again. Then in this back corner, we are putting down another dispenser, and then we leave 1 gap, and in front of that, we are going to put a block, and I am going with a glass block. Between the 2 dispensers, we are putting 2 building blocks. And then also the wall over here, we are going to pull up completely. Now at the bottom dispenser, we are putting a bucket of lava, and at the top dispenser, we are putting a bucket of water. And we're taking our last 3 observers and we're placing the observers facing down. So that the faces are on top. And since we're already up here, let's go ahead and over at our item elevator, we are putting a double chest on top of the dropper. And then on top of the note block, we are placing a building block just to stop the noise from the note block. Now the top layer, we are going to close up with glass. And we are again leaving this 1 single area open here. Now on a glass block that is right next to the breeding chamber, we are going to place 1 trapdoor, and we're placing the trapdoor so that we can close off this hole here. Now at the beginning, until we have our 20 cows in the breeding chamber, we are going to leave this trapdoor closed, and as soon as we have our 20 cows in there, we are going to open it up so that the babies can fall down. And therefore also when I'm closing up here with glass, for now I am going to leave this 1 block open so that I can still access the trapdoor, and once I have my cows in, I open the trapdoor and put the glass block in. Now to activate the farm, you can use a few different things. You can either use a button or a lever, or if you really want, you could even put a block and place it and remove it every single time. I'm going with levers. We're placing one lever here and one lever over on this side. So now every time we flip the lever, it is going to either add or remove the lava or the water. So next, let's get some cows in this hole. And as long as you have 2 of them in here, you are all good, because those 2 you can just breed up. But of course, if you have some extra, it is just going to speed up the process. And it actually works pretty good if you just have all of them in this corner and then you just start pushing them in. Since there is not really a way for them to escape, you can just push them into the corner. Just make sure that you don't fall in, because once you get into entity cramming level, it is a very dangerous place to be. So just treat it as if the hole would be lava. Once you have enough of them in, take your fence post and put a fence post on top, and then you can remove everything around it. Then I recommend to put a little chest up where you can put your extra wheat in it, and then it is feeding time. So now, since I already have a lot of them in, I am just going to feed a few of them, because I have the feeling that very soon I am going to entity cram. To feed them, it is the easiest to just circle around and spam your right click button. Once all of them are fed, you just push the lever back down and all of them are going back into the hole. Now if all of them are bred up and they're all grown up, you can just open this trapdoor, and as you can see, eventually all of the baby cows are going to fall down here because the gap is wide enough for them. And once you see that the cows down there are grown up, you just turn on the lava. Now the lava is not going to hurt the baby cows, but they're just going to hurt the adults. But you don't want to have it turned on all the time, because otherwise the baby cows that jump in are going to die immediately. And now every day I'm coming by here and I feed the cows, and then I am going to collect all my leather and everything in this chest here. And just to demonstrate, to make sure that everything works, we are dropping our glass block. You can see everything is being sucked up by the hoppers and ends up in here. So since the cows are being killed by lava, that also means that they are going to be cooked steaks. So you are ending up with cooked steaks and leathers. I hope this little tutorial helped you semi-automate your leather and cooked steak production. Now if you want to see more tutorials, for example the next one that I'm probably going to do here is how do I automate the whole wheat production so that I don't have to harvest and reseed that. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, because I'm here to help you make easy and understandable tutorials. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.